Hey, welcome everybody. Gmo here. Well, today we're going to talk about custom recipes and how they help you out. Now, everybody has their own specific way of making these, and even I do. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Before you start getting into deciding what you want to make, you need to have yourself an industrial cooker or a cooking pot, and then you need to make a couple notes. Notes are made simply with thatch and fiber. And when this pops up on your screen, it says write or place a note, always hit cancel. You want those notes to be blank. Now, I've made a few of them in here. Now, the other thing you're going to need to make is something called mind wipe. Because you want to take the mind wipe, which is going to pretty much get rid of all your levels. You see, I'm a level 105. When I take the the mind wipe, it's going to erase all my engrams too, which really is a drag. But when it does, it's going to give me 105 levels to add into my stats. Now, I throw everything into crafting. The reason I do that is the higher your crafting skill, the better your things will come out, whether you're doing saddles or weapons or even your custom recipes. But for making this mind wipe, you're going to need 24 cooked meat, or cooked prime meat, I'm sorry. And then you need 200 mijo berries. This is an expensive recipe. 72 narcotics, 72 stimulant, 20 raw or 20 rare mushrooms, and 20 rare flowers. I don't have many rare mushrooms, but I got plenty of rare flowers. I'm going to do this in a cooking pot, which if you've seen my last episode on Kibble, you know how much fun I have with this cooking pot. We'll throw water in there because we only need one, but you normally want to make as many of these as possible, at least two, because you're going to have to mind wipe yourself back. And we need some, I don't think I have any in here. I got narcotics in here, but I don't think I made any stimulant in there. Which stimulant's right here? Come on, no, that's what I want. We'll draw a stack of stimulant, and we'll hit that button again, feed the gotchas. Okay, we'll throw that in there and turn this on. That is everything, isn't it? We got our rare mushrooms, rare flowers. We got our stimulant, our narcotic, our mijos, and our cooked meat. And that should make us our mind wipe. Oh, no, that's what I want. Give me a couple of these. Now, if you're using an industrial cooker, it's a lot better because when you put in stacks, you can get a few of these made at once. And yes, it does take a little while. The cooking pot is a lot faster, but if you don't have the cooking pot yet, the industrial stoves or industrial cooker is a lot faster. If you don't have that, cooking pot is your best bet. Because you can't make it on a campfire. There it is. There is our first one. Now, one thing I like to do is... Oh, I'll just leave that run. I'll throw it in here. What's in there right now? Oh, a bunch of stuff. I will remove all my clothing because it all adds weight to you. And this could get pretty heavy. And anything that's on me, I get off there, including the meat. because everything adds weight. You want to be as light as possible because when you do the mind wipe, which we're about to do now, our weight is back to being only 100. Now, it says I have 104 levels, and I'm putting all of that into crafting. So the higher your crafting skill, the better the recipe will come out. Now, there was a theory that past 1,000, you can't get any better. That's incorrect. My main avatar is level 190. When I do a mind wipe at him, put everything into crafting skill, he maxes out saddles. So I get the maximum for my saddles. Anyways, I can shut this off. Oh, I should have removed all this from here. As you can see, I am completely overweight now. Throw that back in there. I don't know if I can move. Probably not going to let me move. No. Okay. So let's see, what can we get rid of that's got weight? Can I move now? Oh, I can't. See, this is what I was talking about. Okay. You got to make sure you're completely prepared. Don't do a GMO. Because I want everything out of here that we don't need. 10 pounds of Mijos. Okay. Throw all that back in here, and now we'll be able to move. But no problem again. Now, there's many different ways of making this. And if you have access to element dust is perfect for your kibbles. It's not going to hurt you to eat it. You're not going to turn into Rockwell. But element dust gives you a 0.1 to health, stam, food, water, all the way down the line. And the one thing you got to consider with all this is the weight of your kibbles. Or kibbles, oh my God. Your custom recipes. Now, this only adds 0.01 weight to your kibble. Now, one of the best things is eggs. Now, each egg has a different weight to it. As you see in here, a stack of 300 is 4,000 pounds. Stack of 300 is 3,600 pounds. Now, this is your standard. It's the same thing as a dodo. This weighs 900 pounds for a stack of 300. There's nothing lighter than your small eggs. So we're going to take one of our small eggs, put it in there. Oh, and this is where your note comes in handy. We'll grab one of our notes, and I'll show you this. When you put the note in, all of a sudden you get this, make recipe. But we're not done yet. Now, a lot of people will use meat, advanced veggies. Well, I will tell you about your advanced veggies. They're not as good as you would think they are. Let's see. Like citronella. Where's citronella? Yes, I have a list of stuff here. You can actually put sweet veggie cakes in there too. That gives you 0.1. 0.1 is good. You know, for your health, your stamina, your food, and your water. Egg gives you 0.8 for your health, stamina, and food. And it gives you 0.01 for water. And it'll add 0.02 to weight. But it does make a difference on what egg you use because of the weight of the egg. Even though if you go on the wiki and you look it up, the stats on the wiki is slightly different than what it actually comes out to be. You can even use stem berries in this. Stem berries are going to give you, it's going to reduce your water, but it does give you a few other things. It's not going to boost your stam up a lot. It'll boost it 0.125. You'd be better off if you can have I'm going to pronounce this wrong, the agarmint mushrooms, agaric mushrooms, because that'll give you a 0.2 to stam. Or your azuric mushrooms, 0.5. Rare mushroom will give you 1 to stam. That is about your best that I know of besides adding kibble to it. You can put kibble in your custom recipe. That kibble will give you a 3 to stamina. And it doesn't really hurt. It hurts your water -1, but it gives you a 2.25 to food. Now, of course, you can't give this custom recipe to your dinos, which is very, very unfortunate. And you can do, if you want to, if you're in a PvP situation, you can put feces in there. Feces is poisonous. Large or a massive feces is -0.15. So if they munch on these things, oh yeah, they're as good as dead. That's just a food for thought there. I'm looking for advanced veggies. Your regular veggies will give it 0.01 to health, 0.01 to stamina, 0.0375 to food, and 0.25 to water. It's not going to give you much water. Crops will give you your best for water at 0.5, but for everything else, it's 0.05 for health, 0.2 for stam, which is not too bad, 0.1 the food, 0.1 the weight. But it does give you good for water. I didn't, when I was first doing these, didn't realize how good throwing kibble in there was. But I like to use, for mine, I will use the prime meat. Now, cooked, even though a lot of people think raw meat is better, cooked meat is a lot better than raw, whether you're feeding your dinos with it or making a kibble. Now, the raw meat and raw fish, and including the raw prime, is going to give you a 0.11 to a 0.24 to your health. But the cooked is 0.33 for health, 0.01 to stamina, 0.29 to food, 0.1 to water, and 0.02 to your weight. And before I forget, the other thing you're going to want is focal chili. Now, focal chili is simply made by 9 cooked meat, 5 citronella, 20 amberberries, 20 azurberries, 20 tint berries, and 10 mejoberries. Now, taking the focal chili, now you don't see it here to your crafting skill. But you see at the bottom right, we have that timer going. That is giving us 100 to our crafting skill. So we're going to put sweet veggie cake in there. And let's say 2 prime, just for the heck of it. It's not much here, but let's see. Then we go over to make recipe. Now you can either make food or water. And you can colorize these any way you want. You got a red bun. You got some purple in there. Put some blue in there. Let's see. How about some dark purple, a really ugly burger. And you can even name it. We're going to name this Ugly Burger. Oh my God. Ugly Burger. And then make recipe. Oh, hey. Oh, there it is. Now, we didn't even turn this thing on. You do not have to turn it on. Now, you see it did not consume what we had in there, but it gave us this. And that is what we ended up with. Now, you see the crafting skill is 11.4. but you can see what it gives us in food. Now, this was a very, very simple one. It's giving us 523 to food, 293 to stam, and 551 to health. Now, that actually is pretty decent. But you're probably saying, well, I don't have access to sweet veggie cakes. Not everybody does. Oop, wrong fridge, but it's okay. Or if you don't have access to prime. We'll take that prime away. And we'll use regular meat. Oh, it's going into my inventory. Forgot about that. And we'll put the prime meat in there. We're going to need a couple notes. Should hang on to a bunch of these. Now, where is it? Oh, I might have some in here. Some element dust. Now, a lot of people don't have access to this. Now, I'm going to make one with element dust, one without. Okay. Put a note in. Make recipe. Now, like I said before, you can either do food or drink with it. We're going to go ahead and do food still. We're going to change it up. How about a green bun? No, we'll make it a brown bun. This way it'll look good. Sort of. Red. It's sort of yellowish. That's fine. A little bit of green in there. Oh, good. That's lettuce. All right. And like I said, you can name them if you want. I don't bother because I go by the color of them. Make recipe. Now, it's in our inventory. You can see this is going to give us 495 food, 293 stamina, and 399 health. But, oh, got to get out of there and then go back in, because otherwise it won't register. We'll put one element dust in there and do the same recipe again. And we'll give it a different color. How about a blue bun? Like I said, if you make them all different, your tribe will know if you're in a tribe on what's what, so they don't accidentally eat the wrong thing. We'll make that one. Now, that was which one was it? It's this one. This is the one we just made with the element dust. You see how we jump food. Our food is 550 or 530. From 495 to 530. Our stamina, 329. Whoa. Stamina drop? Oh, yeah, 329, 293. So everything's going up. And our health, 399 to 435 from one piece of element. You can't knock that. That works great. Oh, I hate when it hesitates like that. You grab it, but it doesn't show you grabbing it. All right, the other thing you can add to it is honey. Honey's not bad, but if you don't have honey, you know what? We won't even cover that. But I will tell you that if you do have honey, if you're making kibble and everything else, you should have access to honey. Giant bee honey gives you 0.11 to health, 0.01 to stam, 0.2 to food, and 0.01 to water. But it does add a 0.02 to your weight of it. So let's go ahead and grab a honey. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a water. We have an egg in there already. Oh, and you can use organic polymer. Highly poisonous. We'll grab a couple tint berries. And let's see, what else do we want to put in there? Something that everybody would have around. A couple mejo berries. How about that for a water? We'll make the first one with the honey. And I'm going to leave the meat in there just for the heck of it. The reason I'm going to make the first one with honey is that honey's going to spoil real quick. Okay. Once you click make recipe, oops, I just threw everything out. Hang on. Did I just pull everything out of there? Okay. Once you click make recipe, you click over here, and there's your water. So let's see. Since we got honey, we'll give it a, oh no, yellow. It's a honey drink. And then we'll make the glass, how about light blue? And we'll call it honey drink. Okay, and there is the drink right there. It's only going to give you 39 water. But you're probably saying only 39 water. Well, that's actually pretty good for the very little ingredients we put in there. That was 1 tintelberry, 1 mejoberry, 1 egg, the honey, and 3 meats. Health, it's giving us 445. So, let's grab another note. Now, I always recommend, since you had to do the mind wipe, experiment with these things. We'll take this honey out of here. We're not going to use the honey in this one. And we will make one more of these. And we'll make it a drink. And how about green inside? And we'll make it a solo cup. Now, you can also change these around too. You can use 2 different cups. We'll make that recipe. Now, the red solo cup one is only going to give us 406 food where we had 450. We still have the 36 water because that's what we had with this one. Oh no, we had 39. So it does go a little bit lighter without the element dust in there, or the honey. We didn't do the element dust yet. 300 stam compared to 304. So stam-wise, it didn't change it much with the honey. Okay. Now, if you do have access to element, or element dust, this is where it really boosts these up. We'll put 1 element in there. We'll make another drink. And we'll change this one up. Since it's element, oh, I hate that flashing. Gotta take the mouse and move that up. Let's see, we'll make it a white drink. And black cup, how about that? See, it's always good to make these things different. Actually, we'll make an entirely different cup. And we're going to call this element drink. I've seen some very interesting names on some of these. Now, our element drink, you see how it boosted up the water? 71.5. That is awesome for water. 442 on health. It's less health, but stam is 336 compared to 304 and 300. But water-wise, the element dust just maximizes it. Now, we still got the 1 egg in there. That's it. Now, if we want to add the honey back to it, oh, gotta get out and go back in. These things are so glitchy. Now, we are going to add honey to it and see what we get. Okay, go back to drink. We'll go with this cup since we are using the element. We'll make you blue. And then, see, I really have no taste on these things. It doesn't matter to me what color they are. Okay. Then we'll call it element honey. That's element honey. Okay, you were... Oh, you matched... okay, this is the element honey. Oh, it just says super yummy. Where's the names at? The name didn't come out. Okay, this has got the element and honey in it. We only get 75 water. compared to our other one at 71. So it does jump the water up with the honey. Our health dropped to 265 from 442, which that one's really weird. Why the health dropped. And so did the stam, but the water is still high. But even 265 health is awesome. Oh, we lost a meat. We're down to 2 meats. One spoiled. I don't know if that came out in the cooking of the recipe. Am I too heavy to move? Now you can do the same thing with the making custom saddles. With this, make sure you do a focal chili. Get your blueprint out. Make sure your Smitty is completely empty. Now this is an S Plus Smitty. It holds 300 items. But when I'm doing custom recipes on saddles, I want a brand new Smitty completely empty. But that's it. I mean, definitely experiment and see what you like. You have time. Because typically, let's see, we'll grab another Mind Wipe. And if you look at it, oh, yeah, it says usable once every 24 hours. Now, I might have changed the server settings to where I can take Mind Wipe after Mind Wipe. Having a custom server is somewhat beneficial, but on official servers, you can only take that Mind Wipe once a day. So you got 24 hours. Play around with your different recipes. Find something simple. You don't want to add, 10 tintelberries and 10 of this, 10 of that, and have like 8 or 9 different items in your recipe. Have them simple like these are. These are very simple. Well, actually, this one's not. These are. That's just meat and an egg. Simplest recipe you can come up with. And these I went a little bit overboard on with the amount of stuff I put in them. But usually with a drink, I'll go simple. I'll just put 1 or 2 items in there. Something that you have a good supply of. If you have a good supply of eggs, you can add more eggs. Eggs are one of the best things to put in your kibbles. But if you have a good supply of meat, add extra meat. But like I said, that does add extra weight. Here, I'll show you here. I have no weight reduction here. And the reason I'm using this, it's quicker. And say let's pull 100. 100 sounds good. Now it's going to make 100 of these. We'll see what it stacks to. Now this is the meat, the element dust, no honey in this one. Oh, I got a 3-time stacker on this. But you can see how the weight is climbing up. Now, if we made one with tons of stuff in it, all right, 60, so it'll stack to 20 on normal. Now, these are actual drinks. These are not the blueprints. Okay, there is our 100 drinks at 24 pounds for a full stack for me. Can I take that other one, get it out of there? So I think maybe we'll make one more recipe, and I'll show you what I mean by making them too heavy. All right, we'll put those drinks in there. Get rid of this stuff. This is adding weight to me because I need to make some more notes. I think we're out of notes. Yep, we are out of notes. Grab my thatch. I'll grab that burger recipe. Those don't really weigh much. And we'll make... Okay, there it goes. As you can see, your basic engrams, those are the only 3 you're going to get. That's what I wanted to make. Now, see how fast it made them? That's the other thing. If You want to do any kind of crafting? If you're standing next to something, it'll be a lot easier and quicker. All right, we have plenty of notes on us now. Now, let's say you got lots of meat, an overabundance of meat. Can I grab a 150? Okay. That's only 15 pounds. All right. And the other thing you got is tons of tint berries. We're going to, I don't know if I can grab a full stack out of here, weight-wise. Yep, I'm getting full. Actually, we're not going to use that many. Put that back in there. I'm not going to go with 150 meat. That would be crazy. Which, you know, most people say I'm crazy. Say 10. And say 10 meat. And then what else do you want to add into there for your burger? It's simple so far. We just got meat, tint berry. What do we need? We need some egg. And we got plenty of these. We'll go 5 eggs. Now this burger is going to be astronomical. Now our focal chili ran out, so let's grab another focal chili. Because that gives us a little bit higher chance for a better roll. Okay. Now that's going to be a very big one. All right, we got 10 meat, 10 tintaberries, 5 eggs. Throw our note in. Now, this burger, we're going to make it a hoagie. How's that? We got some red stuff in there. That's our ketchup. This lettuce. Yep, a little lettuce over there. Put some blue in there. I think this might be bunned. I think it is. And then how about some green? Okay, there is our hoagie. Hoagie. Close enough. Now, that one is going to be through the roof on your stats. Look at that. 2,250 food. That is ridiculous. 1,481 stamina and 1,834 on health. That is just crazy. So let's try it again. Same recipe, except we're going to make a water with it. Now, I'm going to make these recipes. Yeah, we'll go with this. Interior, how about red? And then we'll go, I don't think we did a green cup yet. So it's completely green. And we'll call it super water. Okay. 142 water. 1,483 stamp. 1,834 health. Is that insane or what? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our hoagie, put it in there, but instead of pulling for 100, since we do know they stack to 20, we'll highlight that, pull in everything for the hoagies. Now look at the weight climbing up on that. If you're running... Oh, thought I hit the button. If you're running some full armor in that and you got a stack of these, that's 36 pounds. And that's because of the weight of everything. So, can I carry that? Get that in the fridge? Or super hoagies. Super hoagies. Now, I'm pretty sure the water will come out the same, but let's give it a shot. We'll click on it, pull, and there's everything for our water. And these were just 3 ingredients, a lot of food, or a lot of meat, a lot of berries. Yeah, it weighs the same, 36. And now this will, of course, tell you what you're getting for it. But To me, that is 40. Oh, give me that. To me, that is just way too much. You're not going to utilize that much. Let's see. I am hungry. So let me show you real quick. Just the last thing. Where'd the hoagie go? Okay, I got one hoagie on me. Now, my food is only 100. So eating something that's going to give me 2,250 food, that's a lot. Stam, it'd be great for Stam. Now, I'm a little bit thirsty too, so we'll grab a water. Now, these things don't bring you up really quick, not like meat, but they are still more beneficial. Because if you're completely drained, yeah, this will fill you. But I like to go with the simpler things. Like with these, you're going to get 71 water. Or actually, these both have element. One without element. Here's a simple one. 3 meat, 1 egg, 1 mejoberry, 1 tint berry. That's going to give me 36 water. It's not going to immediately fill me up, but it is going to fill me up. Or close to it. Or if I drink 2 waters. And the spoil time on these things are a lot longer than what you would think. Like the water here, spoil time 399. The hoagie sandwich compared to eating regular meat, 300. Oh, you know what? Pull that out of there. Fridge has got salt in it. There you go. 1 day, 23 hours. Yeah, that's a lot better than. Where's the raw meat? Get regular raw meat in here. That's about the same. That'll spoil in 29 minutes for the first one. So, yeah, the custom recipes will help you out in the long run. Oh, I might be hungry again. There you go. Have some more. And just be careful on what you put in it. Unless you have a really high weight, then go right ahead. Especially if you're in a PvP and you're worried about someone taking them. Hey, ain't nobody going to take anything really heavy. I've made these custom recipes where a full stack was 80 pounds. And that was insane. But that was I had hundreds of gigas. I was using the giga eggs. They did make a difference. I don't know if they do anymore, but it did back then when I was doing it. Well, I hope this was helpful to you in any way. If it was, made my day. But I hope to see you guys on the next episode. This is Chimo signing out for now. And until next time. Alrighty. Bye-bye.